say?
I should have
Welcome back to Reality Things.
Whoa, shut up, Ben. What's she got to say about that?
Listen, my foot
We are here back
hard.
for another podcast recap episode thing. And so we're going to talk about everything from Christmas's return, Jason's veto decision, all the way up to tonight's episode. Spoilers for Den of Temptation, all that. It's looking really good. Everything's seeming really interesting at the moment, except for that terrible episode we all just watched. So, guest today, as always, Logan the man.
I'm not a guest. I own this show.
All right. Thank you for that. Returning from last episode, we have Bella.
I'm sorry, I will never die.
Okay. We have some information.
Ella, what's your little brother's name? We
His
completely.
name's Chris,
him off.
ironically. We have
Who all
some
watches this?
intros so far. Just people who follow my Instagram, basically. Carson, he's new. He does trick shots on Instagram.
Okay, check us out on Instagram at The Elite Bros Official. Make sure you check us out and
Listen, I get you're new to this whole podcast thing, but you should know handles go at the end.
That's really
okay,
true.
my bad.
Don't try and throw your handle in up front.
Hey, Ben, just pop it down for the whole podcast. Just like have it like right
Yeah,
in that.
you don't put your handle up on the screen. You don't do shit.
Yeah, we are.
In
In fact, just like make it big and bold across the whole screen. Whoa, that camera it looks like my arm's so long. This camera's so weird. And my forehead. Looks like I got a 5 head.
Okay, so let's get
forehead. Look, actually, I might have a 5 head.
Okay, or not. We're gonna get into some Big Brother here.
Guys, I have like a 3 head.
Okay. Thank you.
No.
Okay,
forgot,
so we're going to start out at Christmas's return from her surgery after her drug-induced Ramsey's vote. So this was interesting. Some people cared, some didn't. She played a giant sympathy card, started crying. I legitimately felt bad for her, but like, oh, come on, get over yourself. All right, thoughts? Because I'm being a douche about it. Anyway, who wants to?
I think Cody, like, I know everyone hates him, but I mean, he's said what straight up. I mean,
Wait,
I mean,
hold up.
you gotta hate him, but you gotta agree with
I
him.
love Cody, so no need to hate on Cody.
I like
So-
I'm not hating on Cody. I'm giving him a compliment. I'm just saying.
But like,
I know everyone hates him, but what he
by
said
saying
is straight
everyone
on.
hates- Not everyone
He's
hates
real.
him. Cody has some fans. There are Cody stans out there.
I kind of like Cody. He's not that bad.
Kind of like him. He's not that bad. That's the attitude of most people.
Cody's the only reason that the show was entertaining. There's a reason that they're gonna have that battle back because they have to get back in the game. He's what makes the game entertaining.
No, they're ringing. No, it's
Ollie's
Paul.
gonna win the battle back. All right, everyone. Before we actually get to this part in the podcast where we're talking about these details, let me tell you now, Dominique is going to halt tomorrow's eviction. They're going to have a double eviction night right as Paul's safety ends. Paul's going to be evicted, win the battle back, and we're going to see the most epic showdown ever in Big Brother history. Thoughts?
No,
Why would they have a double
Cody-
eviction if they're having a battle back the day afterwards with 4
Cody-
people?
Hear me out. Hear me out.
Here's my thought. Ben's a moron.
Okay. No. Hear me out. So, here's the deal, guys. Obviously, CBS has like publicized their whole battle back thing, and they can't do it with 3 people. I will not allow it. They need 4 people, and if the eviction tomorrow gets halted, they're gonna have to have a double eviction.
Why would the eviction be halted?
We have a casual on our hands, y'all. Okay, moving on. We're gonna keep on going. Jason's veto decision not to use the veto. We got a pretty interesting edit tonight about the whole thing. I don't know. I thought he was going to use it based on what people were talking about from feeds.
I thought he was going to use it on Jessica.
What do you guys think? I thought he was going to use it on Jessica, for sure.
I think he should have used it on Jessica too. Like I think Cody realized it first because Cody's the smartest one in the house from the start. He realized straight on, head on, that Paul's running all his little minions, and they're just gonna follow Paul to the end. And he's right. He realizes what's going on. That's why Cody.
Yeah, he realized it, but he went for Paul on like way too early, first week or something.
Okay,
well,
moving
Am
on.
I allowed to use profanity?
You can't just not tell anybody. Like he's
you want promotion.
he's a genius.
Yeah.
Can I use profanity for a minute?
Yeah, please.
Cody's a dick.
It's true.
Like, just looking at him, like, I look at him, I'm like, you're an asshole.
He's a likable person.
I looked at him, like, you're just an asshole. Like, he didn't say anything. I just looked at him, like, you're an ass.
Yeah, I mean, from the look of him, you're like automatically like, man, he's.
Wait, Ben, how many viewers do you get? 5, 10?
Man, we consistently get 30 views. Thank you.
30 people on
Oh,
tab.
consistently get 30? Oh man, you didn't tell me I was gonna.
Wait,
Oh,
I didn't dress
this
up.
famous
Let's
stuff.
talk about this. Your
Freeze.
YouTube.
I didn't dress up. This is not good.
Okay, so my Instagram has 2,500 followers, and you're getting 30 views. I mean, I'm not trying to like.
Your YouTube channel is not impressive.
Wait,
Freeze.
I don't do YouTube that much, man.
I have
Oh.
1,172 followers. I want 1,212 by the end of this.
Okay, moving on. Let's talk
I
about Paul blackface scandal.
What's
Ooh.
that?
Why is he here? Why is he here?
I think he's here to provide entertainment for us at this
Okay,
point.
if I want to Big Brother, I would win it.
As we explained.
And just for facts, I haven't done any of those Big Brother online, where you want to call them games, Big Brother Instagram games. I joined Ben's first season, second place, and Bella, you remember it. It's because I had the final 2 with John. I I sent you the final 2 messages because I knew that he had a final 2 with you. We're bringing it back, and if one for me.
Okay, so I just
you would have
muted
won.
Carson.
Guess who
And
the final 2 was, though?
If I wanted to,
Okay,
I
so
could
we're
have
gonna
won
move
that.
on
I would have played it right.
Hey, you
Face
couldn't have.
So
And I'm going to unmute Carson so we can hear his input.
I won the
Hi,
first
Carson.
season, the season after that, and then the
No,
season.
no.
Just saying.
Carson, hi, welcome back to the podcast.
Wait, was I muted?
Yes. you
I won the
clearly-
first season, the second season.
Okay, so here's the deal, guys.
Okay, Bella. The only reason you won because of me. I told John. I told him this is how it's gonna work. You take me. Bella votes you. I said someone else votes you. And
Okay, so there's a lot
Logan
of
votes for
controversy
me.
surrounding the Paul
You
Black
take Bella. I vote Bella. Logan
scandal.
votes
What
Bella,
are
and
your
that's
thoughts,
game.
everyone? Please take it away.
But I still won, didn't I?
Yeah, because
Okay,
of me.
Carson
You're
is
welcome.
No,
muted.
you know I had a good game. I did have a good game. I won.
You know John deserved to win that.
For
The only
anyone
reason he won is because of
confused, they're
that.
discussing.
So gay in town.
Okay,
Ben, we need to get John on here.
I absolutely-
Yeah, already in this
So,
season, if
Bella,
one for me,
so
I had the chance to pull the trigger on you
what
week
do you
1.
think about Paul
Week 1.
But you
wanting
didn't.
the blackface thing for the veto ceremony?
She was crazy. But I
I thought it
heard
was stupid.
that when he was like trying it on, it was like the snake hands or whatever he had on. And then he said, should I put on my blackface mask or my green? And Ramsey said black because it matches better. So I heard it wasn't like a racial thing. It was just what.
Okay, so the deal is he didn't say blackface mask. He said like I'm gonna do blackface, which those words with the context. He said I'm gonna wear the snakeskin mask and do blackface, and so or not the mask but the dress, and so those words I'm gonna do blackface seem to kind of carry some meaning, like in a way that it can't really be misunderstood, because I feel like it was pretty clear what his intention was with that, although he obviously changed the direction he went before the actual veto ceremony, and I feel like production likely had a hand in that. But the fact that that's how it was said makes me think that it was racially motivated.
Honestly,
I didn't catch any of that.
I like Paul.
I mean, Paul, I've hated Paul this season, if I'm going to be
Yeah, I
honest.
agree. I loved him last season, but I haven't liked him this season.
I think he's playing a better game this season.
Austin, you're woke.
He
Yeah.
just runs all these stupid morons, and someone's got to stand up. And Cody was the only one that could do it, but he did it so
Dominique's doing it. He's
moronically.
gonna
I
halt
don't
her
know how
on
to
the
put it.
Hey, that reminds me of a similar situation
Step on that
you
snake.
me out, but you didn't. You're the idiot that followed me.
Okay.
Oh,
We're gonna move on here to the veto ceremony.
that's just crazy.
Okay.
That was some fun stuff to watch. Let's talk about this because I think this is kind of interesting. What was with Jason's question to Dominique?
Like, I rarely see a second question be asked. So, honestly, I don't think he planned that going into it, but I could definitely be wrong.
I think he did plan it. Based on the DR we heard after, I think it was an attempt to let Dominique dig her own grave a little more.
Maybe.
He put that out there as a way for her to maybe have some hope and then get even more extreme with her rhetoric against Paul. And so by doing that, he helped her to really dig her own grave. So I think it was a smart idea to ask that.
Yeah.
It could plant some doubt, though, that there was a chance that he might be considering using it on her based on that.
Sorry, what were you saying?
No, that's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Okay, what I was gonna say was that one girl, like Alex or whatever. I don't know why she wouldn't like make a move or anything. Like, she said she wanted to like keep calm in the house by putting up Jessica, but if she's already on the other side of the house, why would you want to keep them calm? All it's doing is proving more loyalty to your side and almost writing off the other half.
Yeah.
I don't like Alex, but I think she could win.
Yeah, definitely.
I don't like her, but she might win.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
in terms
I think
of
I'm just gonna say this. I think Alex, it's very dumb that she actually trusts Paul and actually wants to work with him. I didn't understand during the episode why her and Jason were cooperating with Paul so much, and I'm not sure if that was really misconstrued from feeds or if that's how it really went. But it really does seem like they're being very cooperative, really working with him, which from their point of view should be a terrible thing. They should be ready after his safety expires tomorrow to gun for him 100%. He's clearly against them, clearly a threat to them, and I don't see why they're aligned with him.
People are stupid. That's it. They're stupid.
Yeah, this cast has not proven to know the game well or be in honestly.
But aren't they all super fans?
No.
They walked in and like a lot of them were super fans, I feel like.
Megan was a super fan, Cameron was a super fan.
Jessica said she was.
Now we have Ramsey's super fan. Paul obviously super fan and past house guest. But
Jessica said she was.
Jessica said she was a super fan, but she hasn't been playing like it, like getting into a show match, becoming a giant target. Unless that's the kind of game she wants to play.
Oh, Ben, you look at freaking Cameron. He was a super fan. Got out first night. Well, that was kind of unlucky.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Cameron will be 19. I would say that. Okay, so moving on from that, Paul at the veto ceremony, instead of doing his quote-unquote blackface thing, he did snake face. What do you guys think of that?
Honestly, if you're a snake, you might as well own up to it.
I think it was kind of smart, like, because I watched tonight's episode and, like, how he was acting like he was a snake at first when he was going to go. Sorry, I dropped my phone. But at first, when he was acting like he was a snake to go grab Dominique in front of the people that he was originally, like, talking to or whatever about it, because they already knew about it. But when he's overdoing it and keeps repeating that he's a snake by putting on face mask or face paint a day or two later, I think that's just stupid. He needs to just try to let things settle over and stop trying to plant like
I know.
thoughts and ideas in people's minds.
Okay, I don't know about you guys, but when I play a Big Brother game online or I'm thinking strategy or something.
Yeah, your strategy wasn't too good this last game, no offense.
Yeah. What I'm looking at is taking out the biggest threat in the house, like winning me points with the jury. When
that didn't work.
When they ask who you took out, like, you want to have a big name. And at this point, from that point of view, Paul is the biggest name. Taking out Paul right now, he's the biggest player. He's playing hard. He's had productions help, but he's also maintained a lot of allies in the house. And so taking out Paul at this point is really an easy decision for a lot of people. And by pulling stunts like the excessive acting like a snake, he's literally just making that target, that prize for taking him out, that whole idea bigger and bigger. And as that starts to grow in people's minds, like, they're inevitably going to take him out eventually.
I don't know.
Yeah.
This cast is the dumbest cast I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I do have 5 pieces of gum in my mouth right now. We're working on 6.
Bella, are you forgetting about season 15?
No, they were just racist.
Yeah, season 15.
Well, Aaron, at least.
Not.
Yes, I
Ben,
remember that.
we have
So
18 minutes. This is terrible.
Huh? It's your fault. Okay, moving on. The vote count this week. What do you guys think it's going to be?
Vote count.
Don's out.
I'm going to say
Yes.
for Don. Or
I'm gonna say
Dom.
Dom.
I mean, might have Mark's sympathy vote, but I don't even know.
Why are you going to vote against the house?
Because he genuinely likes her and
All right,
feels
so you vote against the house. You're the next target.
Yeah, exactly. Well,
possibly,
I
and
think Mark's gonna maybe think about trying to do a little bit of campaigning, but if he knows that they're not gonna have the numbers, he'd be stupid to vote for Jessica to stay or Dom to stay. I mean,
He's not playing strategy. He's playing with his emotions, and that's not good.
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like he, even if it's wrong that he's playing with his emotions, he is, and I expect him to continue to tomorrow and cast his vote to evict Jessica.
All right, so he's out next week.
Well, here's the deal. If I can move on a little bit, possibility of the eviction being stopped tomorrow seems high. So I don't think anyone has gotten solid confirmation, but from things being said on the feeds, it looks very likely that Dominique has the temptation. But
I heard Jessica.
Yes, so secondary to that, and especially right after feeds came back up, it really seemed like Jessica had it. But the comments she started making a little later started to make it seem less and less likely, and some of the comments Dominique made started to make it seem more likely. So it's actually pretty up in the air at this point. We don't know for sure, but since
they waiting so long?
Talked about, both of them feel at risk tomorrow. Jessica is constantly talking to people before the temptation was given out too, and making sure that she's going to stay. And I feel like she definitely doesn't feel solid. And because of that, if it's Jessica,
Dominique's probably gonna halt the eviction though, right?
Huh?
Dominique's probably gonna halt the eviction though, right?
If she has it. If Jessica
halt the eviction,
she'll halt it too. It's the halt.
So what is the den of temptation? Is it like halting the eviction?
What is the den of temptation?
How do you halt the eviction? Like, just
Well, it's like
It's
America votes on.
Oh my!
okay. I know what the Den of Temptation is, but what's the halting hex road? Is that where you just push the eviction back a day?
Guys, this is number 8.
It doesn't push it back; it just cancels it. Wait, what's number 8?
And they just like play another. It's like a double eviction, but nobody goes out the first time.
Oh,
No.
I think you're right.
It's not a double eviction confirmed. So here's the deal. CBS has scheduled their Friday battle back, but the temptation is in play for this week. If it's used, which I feel is likely, the scenario I see happening is a quick double eviction for that person to go to the double or battle back. They can't do a 3-person battle back when they've advertised it as 4 people all week.
I agree.
Editing crews have been ready for a 3 comps instead of 2. They can't expect to do it with 3 people and have it work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's a lot of gum.
That's a lot of what?
Gum, I just spit out 8 pieces.
Oh my. That's like a new challenge. I want to try that. How much
It was
gum?
fun. It was like almost a whole pack. It was 8 out of 15.
Seems wasteful as well, but
Well, it's not even good gum. And the flavor only lasts 2 minutes.
okay. Can we talk about Alex and Jason's, like, seems to be final 2, although she has one with Paul too, so I don't even know if it's legitimate.
Paul's gonna
But
flip. He won't stay.
Alex is the smartest one out of all the dumbasses. She's
But
the smartest dumbass in town.
really
She's not going to take Paul to the final 2.
Did you hear her reason for dominating Dominique in the first place? She's like, man, she's showing disloyalty to
I
his wife, and that's a giant red flag. It's like, no, she's showing disloyalty to your enemies. Why is that a red flag to you? Why?
Well, because she's kind of working with Paul in that side of the house, sort of. So,
That
She's working with them, but she needs to take them out before
basically she's just one of those people that Cody was talking about, just one of Paul's minions.
if Jason was smart, he would have taken Jessica off, and Alex would have put Mark up. That would have been smart. I would get rid of one of them. You have to break up the showmances.
The showmances aren't solid though. Like
There's
Mark,
a lot of
more than he likes.
What?
No, Raven likes Matt more than Matt likes Raven.
Well, but that's irrelevant. What I'm saying is like Mark specifically, the fact that he is more trusting and wants to align with Dominique more than Elena, his showmance, just shows me that this summer's showmances aren't necessarily as solid game-wise as we've seen in the past.
Mm-hmm. What? When people say break up the showmances, the main one was just Cody and Jessica, mainly just Cody.
Yeah,
I just think that
I can still see Matt and Raven as a threat, possibly. Although they're both willing to throw away their games. So, at this point.
They're floating.
They're not floating.
Yes.
They're just,
I was just thinking that. The showmances are definitely floating.
I mean, they're not exactly floating when they're just sitting there doing nothing. I would define floating as more of like an actual strategy of consciously trying to not be noticed. But these people are literally just sitting there. They don't even care if they win. Matt said multiple times he's not there to win.
Then what is he there for?
I don't know. He said he just wants to make jury.
Well, the only person in my opinion isn't like floating or whatever is Paul. He's the only one just trying to run things and get things going. All the other people aren't strong.
Well, I mean, winning comps can. I mean, Alex has won 2 comps already, right? POV and HOH.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and she was close to winning that other one too.
Yeah, against Cody, the Paul thing.
Yeah, the friendship.
Yeah, I know. I mean, like you can't really consider that floating if you've already won 2. What am I trying to say?
Comps.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good job, Logan.
In my opinion, you can still be a floater if you win comps. You're just a floater. It depends like what you do with the wins. Like if you make a big move with the wins, then you're not a floater. Which
I
he
feel
doesn't
like
do.
with this cast though, a floating isn't even a term I'd give to it because, like I said a minute ago, I classify floating more as actually making some sort of attempt to play.
I think it could be either. I think it could be either.
You're not even floating. Half of them are.
No, I think there's a big difference between floating and laying low for a little bit.
Yes, but low for a little bit in the way it's used in this context means actually not doing anything, which I'm okay with that, really. But when people like Matt are saying their intentions aren't to win, how can anyone get behind that when there's people like Cameron and Jody and Glenn getting robbed of their dreams while Matt sits in the house probably making it to jury talking about how he doesn't care if he wins.
Yeah, I know.
I hope Cameron comes back, honestly.
I hope Cameron comes back. But like, what would be awesome is for Paul to come back after he gets evicted in a double eviction because Dominique halts the eviction.
No, I don't want Paul to come back. Paul's terrible.
He's the only entertainment we got.
Cody.
Paul,
That's what this season needs.
I feel like
this season doesn't have anyone who's willing to make a move.
I feel like if Paul stays and Cody comes back, I feel like Paul and Cody would work together.
Well,
yeah,
no.
I could see it. I mean,
but like, be honest. Do you really think like Paul would win a comp over Cody if it's physical?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe if it's an endurance.
I mean, if it's the kind of endurance wall comp that there was for HOH this week, then maybe Paul could win. Cody is not
the battle back, or like if it's
the
like,
battle
it could
back
be just
comp.
stupid comps.
Okay, let's ask this: are they going to stick to their theme from last year of like doing a play on all the veto comps?
I hope.
Was it play on the veto comps or were they plays on the HOH comps? Because I remember last battle back they did.
HOH.
Yeah, I think it was HOH. And if it was, are they going to do that again?
I hope.
And if so, would that mean the final battle back would be like this week's HOH competition? And if so, that's going to be interesting seeing Cody compete in that.
That comp was made more so for the girls than it was for the guys.
It was, and that's why it's going to be interesting because Cody's not huge. Cody's not giant. And
but Paul is so tiny.
Paul's tiny, so is Cody. And they both have the mental ability to like hang up there for long periods of time.
Hours.
Seeing that comp Friday would be really good.
I definitely think just because the girls as well have just smaller bodies, it's less for them to hold up.
It's a lot easier. Yeah,
it's like
that's why
her comp that they do near the end where they just hang up on a pole for hours. Like the guys stand to no chance in that. I mean, and it's the same way for some of these HOH comps that are endurance.
Big Brother knows what they need to do. They need to know that if they want the ratings to go up, the views to go up, they know that Cody's going to go back into the house. And they're going to make some comp that caters to him, like a weightlifting comp. They're going to make something that they know he can win.
Weightlifting.
Who knows Jessica better comp?
Jessica comp, yes. Exactly. Yeah. Oh, my. Well, Carson has left the call, so here we are. I think that's about it. Anyone else got anything to say?
I beat Carson fair and square season 1. I also won season 2 and tied season 3 with John, although I should have won because I did have the best social game.
Okay, she's referring to my games that I host because they're the best.
You do know I was the best. I was the best player. You have to admit.
You always tried, even if you weren't there. So, in conclusion, thank you guys for watching. You can subscribe right there. We actually got some pretty good support
it's on one of these sides.
Thank you guys. And I'm on Instagram at reality.benjamin. Logan is on Instagram at logan.smo.
What's your
You changed it?
Ben and Bella are playing a game. Some information from.
No. Okay. Logan has been muted for security reasons.
Person doesn't know who I am. I had to change my name.
Bella.
They're in a game. Okay, yeah, it's hard to explain.
You want to give your blogs?
Yeah.
Follow me at Bell Leva on Insta, also at Bell Leva on Twitter. But on Twitter, there's 2 ways in Leva. Follow my Visco. Follow me on Snapchat. Actually, don't follow me on Snapchat.
Follow me on Snapchat.
Follow me on Insta, Twitter, Visco, and also follow my.
Oh.
You know, like that new thing, like the Sarah. You know what I'm talking about? Or like the people leave the anonymous opinions.
No,
Follow my page and leave an anonymous opinion. I'm open to any constructive criticism. I've only got one me comment.
An anonymous opinion. What's this about? I'm so lost.
Listen, there's this app, and everyone in like my town has been using it. So basically, like you put it on your Snap, and then they swipe up like the link, and it says leave constructive criticism, and you could say like anything you want about this person, and it's anonymous. What do you want to learn?
That is the most ridiculous thing.
Ready? Here's some of mine. Timmy Thick and Killer Keemstar versus LeVar Ball and Larry the Lobster tag team match WWE. Who you got? And then it's like, you're so pretty, blah, 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 blah. You're annoying. You're really annoying.
It sounds like a platform for cyberbullying.
I'm going to read you 3.
I'm not against. I support it.
I'm going to read 3. Tell me which one you think is Chris's, okay?
Okay.
A, you're beautiful. B, you're absolutely gorgeous. C, I'm your one and only babe.
All of the
It's gotta
above.
be C. No, it's gotta be C.
It's all of them, isn't it?
No, it's C. Just C.
Oh my. Okay. Well, anyway, this is dragged out. Follow Bella's like cyberbullyme.com. Logan is on Instagram at logan.smo.
Oh no, I have another social media that you need to follow me on.
Logan at Friendster.com.
No.
Do that.
Follow me on MySpace.
What about Friendster?
Okay, follow Logan on
MySpace.
at
Wow.
logan.
I don't even have. I don't.
Friendster.
Oh yeah. Also, I'm not sure what that is. There's some joke that my dad's saying. Follow me on Friendster.
Hi, Dad.
Friendster. Okay, I think that's it. Anyone else got any thoughts? I think not.
Support me in the next Big Brother game because I'll win again.
Actually, it's not Big Brother. I'm
It's
Casper
amazing.
Survivor. Check out my Instagram page at
Do another Big Brother.
But the Big Brother after that, I'll win again. And I was gonna win this one, but it got canceled or something.
Well, it got canceled because it's your.
Be
So,
honest with yourself.
I'm
Like,
gonna win this mini game.
not like I'm
Wi-Fi is shutting down in 2 minutes because we have a timer on it. So I'm gonna finish this up. Subscribe to us. Thank you for support you show on this video. Hit the thumbs up button. Shoot us some comments. Shoot me some DMs at reality.benjamin. We hope you enjoyed.
Slide into my DMs if you're not Matt.
Oh my. In conclusion, don't be a fag. Good night.